Hey everyone, welcome to Today in History. Today we're going to be going over August 18th, except we're going to go all the way back to 1920s when the 19th Amendment to the Constitution was ratified. The 19th Amendment was for women's suffrage, so women got the right to vote. This amendment was actually first proposed in 1878 by Senator Aaron A. Sargent. It was weird because it wasn't even until 1919 that Congress actually approved the amendment for ratification and sent it to the states. And Tennessee was actually the last state to vote on it. And oddly enough, 2 years later, a Supreme Court case of Lesser versus Garnett was heard to say that the amendment was unconstitutionally adopted. Okay, so the Supreme Court case of Lesser versus Garnett was a Supreme Court case from Maryland that basically stated that the amendment was unconstitutionally adopted. I had to do a bit of research on this one, so if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes, just some of the stuff I wrote down. So after the amendment was ratified, Cecilia Waters and Mary Randolph of Baltimore, Maryland tried to register to vote. Well, Judge Oscar Lesser sued in federal court that the new amendment was invalid. Now, why did he say that? So he had three basic reasons to why he felt this way. So the first reason he pointed out to the Supreme Court was that states had their own constitutions. So a lot of states had provisions that didn't allow women to vote. Therefore, the ratification was invalid because it went against their own state's constitutions. But we'll learn earlier why that's a dumb argument. The second one was that two states, in particular West Virginia and Tennessee, violated their own legislative processes to get the amendment ratified, voiding the ratification. No. His last argument was that the amendment messed with the makeup of the general elected. This Supreme Court case kind of cracks me up because it's very rare that the Supreme Court will rule unanimously, and this is one of the cases that was the case. And so they said that the 19th Amendment was properly ratified to the U.S. Constitution. They also spoke on the 15th Amendment that it set a precedent that changed the makeup of the electorate, was proper for the content of the amendment. And finally, Maryland must adhere to the ratification because federal law is supreme law of the land, which means no matter what is in your state's constitution, if it is a federally passed law, ratification, anything, it goes over your state's laws, basically. So they really had nothing to say since it was a federal ratification. Thank you so much for sticking to the end. I hope you learned some new information that you didn't know before. If there's any historical inaccuracies, I can never pronounce that word, please let me know. I want to be as accurate as possible. Thank you so much for your support. Come back tomorrow and we will learn about something else that happened in history, except, tomorrow. Thank you so much. The more you know. Have a great day, and I'll see y'all later.